Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few books that I want to read before 2024. It's crazy to think that it's already October. We only have a couple months left of the year, and so I wanted to make this video today to sort of hold myself accountable, remind myself of books that I really ought to be reading. And this is just going to be a list of, I think I have 5 books on the list. 5 books that I would like to read before the new year. I have 2.5 months to do it. Will I actually? I don't know. Let's see. These are books that I want to read soon, either because I'm really excited about them, I feel like I ought to read them, and or there are continuations in series that I am currently reading and I feel like I really ought to continue the series. Let's just dive right in to number 1 on the list and make sure to let me know in the comment section what books you are looking to read before 2024. I would love to hear what's on your TBR shelf next. Now, this list is in no particular order, but number 1, I have Cecily by Annie Garthwaite. I want to read this book before 2024 just because I am extremely excited to read it. This is a historical fiction book following Cecily Neville, the future Duchess of York. She is well known for being the mother of 2 English kings, Edward IV and Richard III. This book has been described as an epic feminist retelling of the Wars of the Roses, which sounds so good. I have heard so much praise for this book. I've seen lots of 5-star reviews. I did read the Amazon Look Inside preview before deciding to buy it, and I like what I read there. I think the author's writing style could work for me. The Wars of the Roses are a time period in English history that I personally am very interested in. So this book just sounds right up my alley and I want to join in on the hype. I want to read this book too and hopefully love it. That's going to be at number 1 on my list of books that I want to read before 2024. So excited for this one, and I love the cover too. I ordered this from Blackwell's, so it is the English cover, like a stained glass window. It's so pretty. Now, numbers 2, 3, and 4 on my list are all going to be series continuations that I really want to get to, so you're going to sense a bit of a theme here. Number 2 on the list, I have A Stranger in Mayfair by Charles Finch. This is one of the Charles Lennox mysteries. This is a historical mystery series set in Victorian London. The main character, Charles Lennox, is a gentleman sleuth. To be honest, I don't even know what the premise of this book is. I don't know what mystery Charles Lennox is going to be trying to solve in this one, where his Victorian London murder mystery adventures will take him. The reason that I want to read this book is because it has been months since I read a Charles Lennox mystery. Honestly, I think I may not have read one since December 2023. 2022. December 2023 hasn't happened yet. Since December 2022. As you can see, I am very confused, but I know I want to continue this series and I feel like I need to continue it now because if I just go too long, it'll be hard for me to get back into it, and I want to continue making progress in this series because this series has a lot of books and I just need to get back into the pace. These books are all pretty easy reads. They're pretty enjoyable. I've given it some 4-star ratings. I think 1 I gave a 3-star, I'm not sure. So this is a series that I would like to get back into because I do think they are easy historical mystery reads that I, by and large, enjoy. And that's why I want to read A Stranger in Mayfair. I'll go read you the Goodreads plot description because, like I said, I don't remember what this book is about. I'm guessing it'll take place in Mayfair and there will be a stranger. Okay, so what I'm gathering from the Goodreads description is Charles is asked to investigate the death of a footman in Mayfair who has been found dead after being bludgeoned to death with a brick. Now, Charles's investigation uncovers some unsettling facts about the family he served and a strange second identity that the footman himself cultivated. Going into the boxing clubs and public houses, the Mayfair mansions, and the servants' quarters of Victorian London, Lennox gradually realizes that an old friend may be implicated in the footman's death. Soon a suspect is arrested, but Lennox has his doubts. Desperately trying to balance the opening of Parliament and what he feels sure is a dark secret surrounding the murder, he soon discovers that the killer is someone seemingly beyond suspicion, who may be prepared to spill blood again, even a detective's. So that is the premise of A Stranger in Mayfair, the fourth Charles Lennox mystery. While I'm here, how many Charles Lennox mysteries are there? If we don't include the novellas, there are 15! The 15th is coming out in 2024. So I have a lot more books in this series to read, and I better get to it. I intend to do that very soon. The next book I want to read before 2024 is The Man Who Died Twice, the second Thursday Murder Club mystery by Richard Osman. I have heard that this book is even better than the first one, and I gave the first book 4 stars. So I'm hoping I will love this one even more than I enjoyed the first one. This series is just a really lovely mystery series following a group of 4 septuagenarians living in a retirement village in Britain. They call themselves the Thursday Murder Club because every Thursday they get together to discuss unsolved murder cases. And in this series, they find themselves solving murders in real life as they happen as well. The Thursday Murder Club consists of Elizabeth, Joyce, Ibrahim, and Ron. These books are just so delightful and charming. I quite enjoyed the first one, so I am excited to continue, and I have high hopes for the second book in the series. The Goodreads plot description says, Elizabeth has received a letter from an old colleague, a man with whom she has a long history. He's made a big mistake and he needs her help. His story involves stolen diamonds, a violent mobster, and a very real threat to his life. As bodies start piling up, Elizabeth enlists Joyce, Ibrahim, and Ron in the hunt for a ruthless murderer. And if they find the diamonds too, well, wouldn't that be a bonus? But this time they are up against an enemy who wouldn't bat an eyelid at knocking off 4 septuagenarians. Can the Thursday Murder Club find the killer and the diamonds before the killer finds them? I am so excited to continue this series. I am hoping that it can become a favorite series for me. Definitely gotta read this one soon. I am excited to give it a try. The fourth book that I want to read before 2024 is A Sinister Revenge by Deanna Raybourn, the 8th Veronica Speedwell mystery. This is the last book I need to read to be caught up on this series, or at least caught up until book 9, A Grave Robbery, comes out in 2024. The Veronica Speedwell mysteries were the first historical mystery books that I ever really fell in love with. And considering now I wrote a historical mystery and I'm trying to get published, I think it's safe to say these books were kind of life-changing for me, and I'm not being overdramatic when I say that. I did not love the recent books in the series as much as I loved the first few, but I'm gonna keep going with it and see if I can rediscover that deep love for the series again. So book 8 is Sinister Revenge. It follows Veronica, our headstrong Victorian lady adventuress, who is currently on the rocks with her natural historian, Beau Stoker. But Stoker's brother comes to Veronica asking for help because Tiberius, the brother, and several of his old friends have all found themselves being the target of an unknown individual who may or may not be attempting to kill them. So Veronica is going to be on the case to figure out who is responsible, and I think maybe, just maybe, she will end up reconciling with Stoker in the process. I would love to be caught up on this series, finally. And, you know, I do want to see how this book is going to go. I think the reason I kind of didn't love the last few books as much is because I didn't love the way that Veronica treated Stoker now that they were an actual item. And so I'm interested to see what is she going to do to get him back, you know? I hope she makes it up to him because they really are a great duo and I loved them so much. So Deanna, I'm here. I'm waiting and I want you to knock my socks off like I know you can, girl. All right? And the last book on this list of books I want to read before 2024 is going to be The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. The reason I really want to read this book is I've been wanting to read it for a long time, but I've never picked it up because I actually recommended this book for my office book club and I was waiting for it to get picked for the book club, but now I feel like our book club has kind of gone inactive and I've just decided, you know, I'm not waiting for them anymore. I'm just going to read the book myself when I want to read it. This is a historical fiction book that takes place in 2 timelines. One timeline takes place in the year 1791, following Nella, who owns an apothecary shop where she sells poisons to women who want to kill men who have abused or wronged them. Then the other timeline takes place in the present day, where aspiring historian Caroline discovers an old vial along the Thames, and her discovery ends up causing her to research the unsolved apothecary murders from hundreds of years earlier. So this book sounds really interesting. I've seen some positive reviews for it, some 5 stars, other people who didn't love it as much, but I've really just been dragging my feet, waiting and waiting to read this. And I think it's about time. I want to read Sarah Penner's sophomore novel, The London Seance Society, as well. Partially just because that title is awesome, The London Seance Society. It just immediately piques my interest. So I think it's about damn time that I read this book and, you know, just get with the times, you know? I need to read this so that I can read her second book too. All right, so that is my list of books I want to read before 2024. Let me know in the comment section what are some books you want to read in the next couple months. If you're still watching and you don't know what to comment, why don't you leave the book stack emoji in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are down below if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Bye! I hope to see you in the next video.